Okay. What's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
Are you want to guess one more time? What would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
But that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I
you
put.
don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men.
I mean, strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so technically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing.
I think you do, friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always go with your gut instinct.
I think you need more sauce.
Hello, what's up? How are ya?
Mr. President, Mrs. Obama, what's up? How are you?
My name is Mike, and today we're going to talk about the Doechii situation. So initially, my first thought was two things. When did we start saying people were red flags? I thought red flags were behaviors, like individual traits, not the whole person and their whole identity. And then second, wasn't it a bisexual dude who did her dirtier than laundry?
Why don't you just tell me what's been going on?
Remember old dude from 2019? Nice clean dude, did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wifey. I was so confused, what should Doechii do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Sue. I opened up the messages and had to hit the Zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude.
Did Wendy Williams influence the Knowledge of the River?
Yeah.
That
quote.
What did your husband do that made you uncomfortable?
Wendy, he went down.
Down where?
Other guy.
Well, he's
God
gay,
dang, Luke.
stupid!
What more do you need to know, you donkey? How you doing?
He considered like having extra fun. He didn't admit it to me.
Lucy, stop it! Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay. He's guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you was in a situation like that?
Yeah.
Well.
Don't say that again like
Is
that.
it shocking?
Wow.
Is it?
I mean, no, not in 2024. Not
it's
really.
not shocking.
No. How do you deal with that when when you find that out?
I mean, that was never the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem was that you cheated on me. You also could have let me know up front, what your style was. I'm bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I've dated a bisexual man. No
But
problem.
it's different when it's a man.
Let me know what it is up front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can make no decision. Yeah.
Let me know what it is up front. I'll accept you for who you are. It doesn't really matter. I think it's like cheating on top of lying and secrecy about just who you are as a person.
So you wouldn't have a problem dating, or you dated a bisexual man?
Absolutely.
That's what the song is about. That's why
It's like, how can I be bisexual and then I'm gonna not date somebody who's bisexual? Why? Because he's a man?
Because people look at it differently.
Yeah.
People look at it differently. It's in this world. It's okay for another woman to be with another woman, but for a man to be with another man, people look at that differently in a bisexual relationship.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
I hear that all the time.
I don't see it that way. I really don't. I think that sexuality is fluid, and I really don't give a damn.
Because then that's contradicting.
It is.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. How could I sit up here and be bisexual and then be like, oh no, he bisexual? I can't. Girl, whatever.
So I just found that kind of ironic that kind of funny that she would say that. But, people say that. Like, people always say, like, oh, a straight man or straight man this or whatever.
Man, why does your beard not connect? As a grown man, why are you biting your lip and posting thirst traps on the internet? Why do you have a phone? As an alpha male, why can you not build a home with your bare hands? As a man, why is your hairline receding? Baby, we all notice you aren't deceiving anyone. It's giving. Ba-na-na-na-na. I'm loving it. As a possessor of bonus, why do you still have a provisional? Baby, it's criminal. Your boy still brings out his passport when asked for ID at the club. I see you as a big man. You're a big man, why are you celebrating your birthday? As a man, why are you using filters as a man? Why dost thou seated on the passenger side of your best friend's ride, trying to holler at me, please, baby? You are not in my destiny, child. As a man, why is your ass fatter than mine?
Like, that's gay, okay? That is gay. If you are a straight male and you are on TikTok, there's something wrong with you. If you are a straight male on TikTok and you're like commenting on TikTok, there's also something wrong with you. Why the fuck are you on TikTok? That's what I'd like to know. Why the fuck? What? Someone doesn't have you in check, bitch. I would never be with someone who is on TikTok. That's a turnoff. That's a turnoff. What are you doing with your time, bitch? What are you doing with your time? Obviously, you're not focusing on your tax returns or your bank statements or your physical appearance because you're too busy fucking with me when you don't even know what the fuck I was referring to. You look like a dumb fuck. I cannot.
If you haven't heard of Chapel Roan, then you are either a liar, a straight man. Those two things are the same.
It's like a running joke. But so when I saw how intense or how offended a lot of people got when she said that, I was a little surprised because it definitely was not that deep. But people just kind of turned on her and got mad. It's like, oh, we used to rock with her, now she would. And I think it just got taken completely out of proportion. And you start to realize that a lot of people reacted that way because they were starting to see how they probably made others feel. And now that it's on them, now they feel like for like 2 seconds, what they've made people feel for centuries, they're super disappointed and suddenly they're so offended.
Because that seems to be how we see things. A lot of even the black gay celebrities we see do not even choose black partners. A lot of the black men have non-black partners. But we're talking about general public. A lot of black women choose black men and a lot of black men are with black women. But the thing that's happening a lot of times is black men will be with black women while at the same time not liking black women. Black men will date black women, but have this type of response to this type of critique. So there's a thing that's happening that we need to address that is way bigger than Doechii and her whiteboard and her marker. But they're so upset about that because they do not want to be treated as the other. Heterosexual black men do not want to be other. They want to participate in the othering. And to see someone who is as successful as a Doechii in this moment say something so loud, y'all want to counsel her. Y'all want to end her. But what's funny is Doechii's fan base and her audience isn't built on heterosexual black men anyway. Because if that was the case, she would have been popping years ago. So she really doesn't need you. And I think that bothers them, that they do not have the power to end her like that. Y'all don't have the power to end a Doechii. So you'll find any and every other excuse to not be interested in her music. Y'all are the men who are overwhelmingly supporting someone like a Tory Lanez. Y'all are the ones trying to find excuses for why Tory Lanez should be out of jail. Y'all are the ones still listening to Tory Lanez music. Y'all are the ones who are still victim blaming Megan Thee Stallion, even though Tory Lanez has been convicted and is in jail serving time for a crime he committed by himself. So yes, you all are a red flag. And I feel like this response in this moment is the biggest red flag. Y'all have proven Doechii's message in that whiteboard. In that whiteboard, y'all have proven what she has said. And I'm pretty sure Doechii has dated heterosexual men, heterosexual black men. I'm pretty sure she has. She's in a relationship right now. So even her saying that, she would not be interested in a heterosexual man because she's in a relationship. So why are you upset? Like, why y'all? I thought we can just key and have a moment and laugh. I thought it was nothing but jokes. Why y'all so sensitive that a dark-skinned black woman says she's not interested in heterosexual black men? It's because she's putting bisexual men on a pedestal and looking at you all like y'all are inferior. Is it because Doechii has now theoretically put heterosexual men under bisexual men? Is that what's happening? Because that's what I'm feeling like, because you all are okay with that happening to bisexual men. Y'all are okay with them being othered. But now in this small instance, you all are pissed off about being othered. And I feel like if you were truly concerned, you would be interested in eradicating the notion of an other, period. But you all are okay with having power as long as you all only have access to it. Let's talk about it.
Like, I honestly wish I had more to say on the topic, but it was like a game show. It wasn't that serious at all. I felt, and I think there's this one guy, the King of Reeds guy. I just quoted him, and I feel like that's a good note to end things on, because a lot of guys, they see something like that and they feel targeted and they feel like, oh, but when we do it, and it's like, no, it's not really about that. It's about maybe inspect, why would she say that? What could it be? Maybe we probably should see women as more than just people we're nice to because we want to get something out of them later. Maybe there's a reason we're not known for making people feel the most comfortable around us. And I find that a lot of especially groups that are not minorities, whenever they get a little bit of what they've been giving to others, they feel like, oh, but if we did that, and it's like, well, you did do that, and instead of firing back and I guess doing fire with fire, you would stop and be like, what is it that I'm making people feel that they feel the need to say that my whole identity, my whole being is a red flag? Instead, they get mad and then take it as a justification to do what they've always done anyway, which is more of the thing that people are complaining about. So that's kind of my take. I think it just got way too out of hand, and it's kind of old news by now, but I still see people talking about it. And I've also become a pretty decent fan of Doechii. So it's just been on my mind, and I just appreciate her, like what she's doing. So I figured I'd just give a little reflection on that. Let me know what you think. Do you feel like it was just a joke and people overreacted? Or do you feel like it's an agenda to like destroy the straight male and like, whatever? Let me know.